Good morning, Eagles, and welcome back to PGTV.
I hope you all had a good winter break, Eagles. Welcome to 2026.
The application for next year's student board member position is now open. Student board members are preferential voting members and advisors to the superintendent and the EGUSD Board of Trustees. They provide school district with information regarding student interests, concerns, and ideas. Applications are due February 20th. For more information, go to your grade level Google Classroom.
Seniors, the application for the California Scholarship Federation is now open. Please check your grade level Google Classroom for information on CFS and how to apply.
The CSF deadline is January 30th by 4 p.m. Please see Ms. Baruman in the College and Career Center if you have any questions or need support in applying.
Now for library news.
Reading is so much fun at the library this month, but over 200 students are on the no activities list.
Students, to check your library accounts online 24/7, go to your EGUSD portal, then to Full at Library, and click the My Info tab. Directions are posted on the Library Quick Links webpage.
The library is open before school at 8 a.m., during lunch, and for 5 minutes after school to return Chromebook loaners, overdue books, or pay fines. Take care of your library business today.
Bring your signed Chromebook daily in your backpack, whether you use it or not, to avoid limited Chromebook loaners and long wait lines at the library.
Speaking of wait lines, the traffic of their school is just unbearable.
I agree. If parents and students would follow the rules of the parking lot, I'd be home like 15 minutes earlier.
Well, you're in luck. PG's #1 safest driver is here to show you the do's and the don'ts of the school parking lot.
PG's #1 safest driver? Don't you think that's a little arrogant?
Yeah, he is. Let's check it out.
What's up, Eagles? PG's #1 safest driver here. Whoa. #1 safest driver here at PG. Here to show you the do's and the don'ts of the parking lot. Let's get to it.
First of all, please follow all the rules of the road in the parking lot. This includes speeding, running stop signs, and obviously good manners.
It's not getting any greener!
Juniors and seniors, if someone is parked in your spot, don't take matters into your own hands. Instead, do talk to Mrs. Buckley or anybody up in the front office to correct the issue.
Parked in my spot.
Freshmen and sophomores, don't get dropped off in the outside lane. Do pull over to the inside lane. Additionally, please remember that the teacher lot is not a place to be dropped off at either. For students who get picked up, please remind your parents that the fire lane is not a parking spot. You are in the way. Additionally, do make sure that you are driving in the flow of traffic. And don't hang out in the parking lot.
What's up, guys? Today I'm here with Officer Finkus. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Officer Finkus. I am your current SRO here assigned to the Pleasant Grove region. An SRO is a school resource officer. I am responsible for Pleasant Grove, Albione, and 6 different elementary schools that feed into Pleasant Grove. So you may have seen me around.
So Officer Finkus, why is it important that our students follow these parking lot rules?
Well, a few different reasons. First is the safety of knowing who is coming on and off our campus. We want to keep you guys safe. Also, we want to make sure people are driving safe and keeping everybody safe that is crossing. We don't want any speeders to go and hit anybody.
And then one more quick question for you, Officer. What kind of repercussions can students face for breaking these rules?
Well, the most severe is obviously if you hit somebody by driving recklessly, you can obviously end up in juvenile hall or jail. That's the more severe situation out of them. The other one is if you park in the parking lot without your parking permit, you could be subjected to a $63 ticket written by me that would be applied to your registration the following year when you register your vehicle.
All right, well, thank you so much, Officer Finkus. We appreciate it. See you next time, Eagles. What's up, Eagles?
Hey, Eagles, and welcome.
Remind me to never get in a car with him.
I don't think his unsafe driving is the problem. Anyways, have you been going to the movies recently?
Not really, especially since everything just releases on streaming services now.
Yeah, but have you seen Zootopia 2? Weapons?
Nope and nope.
Me neither. I guess. But PGTV reviewed these movies and is ready to give you their take on it before you watch it. Here it is. Hey Eagles, and welcome to Eagle Eye Analysis. I'm your host Rocky here with Carter and Salem, and we're here to discuss some top picks for this year's Academy Awards.
We'll be giving brief overviews of the plot, along with positives and negatives on the films. We will then rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 5 based on our own enjoyment.
We got 3 movies up for nominations. Let's check them out, shall we?
Zootopia 2 has some great shoes to fill, with its predecessor winning Best Animation category for the 2017 Oscars. Yet does it truly live up to its well-respected name?
Let's dive in. Zootopia 2 follows a week after the events of the first movie, after Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde are established as partners in the Zootopia police force. After getting into a bit of trouble, the two of them have to prove themselves worthy of continuing their partnership.
All the while, a new conspiracy is brewing behind the scenes. Reptiles have not been seen in Zootopia for a long time, yet there is evidence that a rogue snake is on the loose. Hopps and Wilde take the case.
Now, to begin with some positives, the movie is animated at very high quality. A good amount of the budget was clearly spent making the movie look like a feature film, yet nobody really expects any less from a Disney production.
The different biomes of Zootopia are really creatively designed too. You could tell that a lot of thought went into each little detail. They include a few new settings that we haven't seen in the first installment too, such as the marsh, where most of the aquatic animals live.
A lot of artistic merit, yes, but overall the story could have been a bit better, especially with the development of the characters. Without delving into specifics, all the newly introduced characters could have greatly benefited from having more screen time and complexity.
The majority of the movie's focus is right on Judy and Nick and the complexities of their characters and their relationship. It creates some interesting emotional moments in the movie, but the focus that was placed on them drew attention away from the new cast of characters. The imbalance in their writing and character development definitely hinders the experience a bit.
Overall, we would recommend Zootopia 2 to anyone who saw the first film and is interested in an expansion on the world or Judy Hopps or Nick Wilde as characters. Yet, we don't think it is able to hold up as well as the predecessor film.
We give it 3 Nibbles Maple Sticks out of 5. Now let's move along.
From the director who brought us Barbarian, Zach Kreger illustrates his harsh emotions and perspectives through his second film, Weapons. When all but one of an entire third grade class mysteriously disappears one night at the same time, the townspeople have a hard time wrapping their heads around it.
The film follows a select few characters with their stories overlapping and eventually filling together like a puzzle by the conclusion. Each individual deals with their own set of realistic issues, along with everyone still being tied to the main supernatural force.
The film grasps serious allusions and symbols that represent school violence, child abuse, and police brutality. Paired with the already disturbing imagery, viewer discretion is advised.
Now, if I had the time to describe every possible positive aspect of this movie, we'd be here for an hour or two. Sadly, to narrow it down though, this film is not just insanely disturbing, it is funny. Kreger's ability to incorporate humor into such a dark story is incredibly impressive.
I agree. The tone is mostly serious for what the story is supposed to represent, yet certain portions of the story allow for some humor to be implemented.
I'd also love to say that each character that is focused on it in the story is complex and adds their own unique undertones to the film. They all contribute to the narrative in their own special ways as well.
Now, despite all this good, we found the rules of the world to be confusing. Throughout my watch, I found myself asking many questions that I couldn't find answers to, specifically with the supernatural components.
Sometimes the answer just feels like, because it's magic.
Well, no duh, it's magic. We just wish the rules were better visualized and some parts of it are explained pretty well. Sadly, saying specifically what would spoil the whole mystery.
Overall, this is a great watch, great horror movie with great themes and messages to convey. You'll never see another horror movie that's like Weapons, and that's why we're giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. We're using actual stars this time, since this film will become a classic. And now, we've got a special guest on our show today. Coming up soon, we have PGTV's very own Danny here to give us a particularly detailed overview on Wicked for Good. Hang on tight.
I haven't seen those movies, but after that, I'm inspired to go to the movies more.
I agree, but honestly, I can't really afford it.
Seriously? Don't you have a job?
Nah, I'm a full-time DMA student. which isn't that bad.
I agree. Let's show everybody what we're all about.
Looks like it's the end of the line for you.
Very funny. How long did it take you to come up with that one?
Quicker than your death.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's like I'm gonna kill you faster than it took to come up with that statement.
Did you even think for a second before you opened your mouth to say that?
Enough! It doesn't matter. Let's finish this.
Really? You can't find me on your own? No evidence.
Cut.
Oh, hey! Looks like you stumbled upon some DMA students while we were shooting. You know, not a lot of people know much about the academy, but lucky for you, I know just about everything. So, just let me change out of my fighting clothes. So where to begin? DMA stands for Digital Media Academy, which means everything from filming to editing to writing to filming again because you messed up the first time, to animating, creating graphics, and making broadcasts. It's all in this academy. I know that's a lot to process and a lot to understand without more information, so we're going to break it down for you.
So how does the Digital Media Academy work? DMA is a 3-year program which engages your creativity and encourages social cooperation in and out of class. Regarding classes, DMA is guaranteed to be on your schedule, with a different class each year. Sophomore year will bring you to Digital Media Arts 1, where you will begin your creative journey making live-action films. You'll be taught the basics of video production and the 3 production phases: pre-production, where you write; production, where you film; and post-production, where you'll piece together all your work to create a story.
In junior year, you'll be enrolled in DMA 2. This is an expansion of DMA 1.
You will delve deeper into the world of filmmaking and expand on your knowledge from previous classes. Using more advanced equipment, you'll be able to glimpse into the real filmmaking industry. The best part about this year is that there are no wrong decisions. In senior year, we will give you a chance to test your skills in the capstone of the Academy, Advanced Media Production and Broadcasting, more commonly known as PGTV. This will be your biggest audience yet. The school-wide broadcasts give updates and announcements while telling the story of Pleasant Grove. Throughout all 3 years, you'll have access to equipment that is used in the actual industry, like high-quality cameras, boom microphones, tripods, as well as programs like Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. With every material at the tip of your fingers, the only limit is your imagination. But films aren't the only thing you'll be creating. The Academy has become a family over the years,
where you can meet all kinds of people, make new friends, and make all kinds of memories.
Every class creates a strong bond during shared classes, and even more so at DMA special events. Events like the Donut Social, game nights, and movie marathons will allow you to get to know other members of the Academy and make friendships that last. And here's a spoiler. The skills you learn in DMA can be applied in any career, not just the film industry. Communication skills, learning to take criticism, working with others, it can all be used in other professions and during normal life. Your time in DMA will be spent creating incredible films and making so many memories it will be impossible to remember them all. Your creations will enlighten your peers, bring smiles to faces, and spark new conversations.
So come join us and become part of the DMA family.
And that's it.
Working in DMA is a ton of fun. I know the other pathways are just as fun though.
Really? Like what?
Yearbook!
Oh, yeah.
Are you interested in photography, journalism, and graphic design? If so, apply for Yearbook. This class is a project-based learning class where you get to select a few people, attend school events, interview students, and design the pages of our yearbook. Applications are on your grade level Google Classroom, and you will be contacted in February via Synergy from Miss Edo for an interview.
Wow, that sounds fun too. But what else is there for students?
The agriculture program.
Agriculture? How much fun can be cleaning up after animals be?
Come on, it's more than that. Let's show everyone what they're actually about.
The PGHS Agriculture Program offers many unique pathways which allow students to develop their premier leadership skills, experience personal growth, and career success through their involvement. One of the classes you could take in ag is floral design. In floral design, you get to make your own bouquets with your classmates. Another class you could take in ag is animal science. You get to handle animals, vaccines, and ration formulations. If none of these interest you, there are other classes you could take. Just take a look at the PGHS FFA website for more information about the other classes you could take. If you are someone who's interested in animals or just wants a fun experience in school, then join AG.
Now into sports news. If you're interested in joining the swim team, there is a meeting today during first lunch and after school in HL8. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Myers. We have an action-packed week ahead with several key rivalry matchups and home doubleheaders. Here is your look at the schedule for this week.
Today is a massive day of competition against Sheldon and Elk Grove. Girls soccer hosts Sheldon at home with JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Boys basketball also hosts Elk Grove at home with freshmen at 4:30, JV at 6, and varsity at 7:30 p.m. Boys soccer play at Sheldon, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Girls basketball plays at Elk Grove with JV at 5 p.m. and varsity at 6:30.
Tomorrow, wrestling takes center stage. Boys varsity wrestling is at home as we host League Meet 3. Girls varsity wrestling travels away for the Delta League varsity duel at 5 p.m.
On Wednesday, girls soccer hosts Monterey Trail with JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Girls basketball also hosts at home, JV at 5 and varsity at 6:30. Boys soccer plays at Monterey Trail, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Boys basketball is also away at Monterey Trail with freshmen at 4:30, JV at 6 and varsity at 7:30.
Friday wraps up the week with a soccer split against Consumnes Oaks. Boys soccer is at home, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Girls soccer plays at Consumnes Oaks, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30.
We wish all our athletes good luck as they compete this week.
Hey, since we're back to school, haven't you noticed a lot of people are now lacking in energy?
I've actually been noticing that.
Students, now more than ever, have been moping down in the dumps this month after coming back to the new semester.
Notably, students now have to wake up after sleeping in all breaks and getting back into the swing of things.
I feel that. Seconds feeling like minutes, minutes feeling like hours, and hours feeling like days. Same with these students. I'm just not having it either.
clock on our shoulders 24/7, how are we supposed to find the bright side to the new semester?
Well, I think there's more to this matter, right? Well, I think that did help my January blues a little bit.
See? Me personally, I can't wait for the dances this year.
I guess, even though watching a movie sounds better.
Better than ball? What movie could possibly top that?
Maybe a musical.
Seriously? A musical? Those are the worst.
No, they aren't. Have you seen Wicked? It's great.
Really? Let's see what our PGTV team has to say about that.
Oh, come on. At least one of you has to agree. You know what? Let's see what our members actually have to say.
Hey, it's Danny, the resident Wicked expert, aka I watched both the movies and made the recap. This movie deserves its spot among the other nominations. That doesn't mean I don't have something to complain about. I love complaining. And yes, we know it's based on the original Wicked musical, but what we're reporting on is purely our opinions on the story, design, and characters. Major spoilers ahead.
Wicked for Good picks up right after the first movie, with Elphaba playing her role of the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda now being the rule for the Munchkins. I found the beginning to be pretty boring because everything in the story was building up with no real action. Although when Elphaba's sister goes crazy and Elphaba saves her ex-boyfriend's life, she's turned into the Tin Man and apparently loses his memory and goes after her. So it got more interesting.
Okay, I do have a lot of grievances. I don't know if I'm missing something, but the Tin Man forgets everything, and so does the Lion Cub, and eventually the Scarecrow remembers that he and Elphaba had a fling. A man with dementia forgets he has dementia, remembers everything.
She told me to say this, but the relationship between Fiero and Elphaba is stupid.
I know, right?
The story could have foregone the entire romantic side plot and nothing from the main narrative would have been lost.
I feel like the flashbacks did enough to establish a friendship between all of them. I feel like it would have been enough justification to have Fiero betray the royal guards and for her to cast the never dying spell on him when he is caught. Without the side plot of romance that felt shoved into the script.
The relationship was rushed and unnecessary. Sorry to the Elphaba and Fiero diehards.
I will say that not changing Glinda to be the bad guy is a good move. Most movies would have the switch of sides and the Glinda firmly on Oz's side. But showing that she still cared for Elphaba was a lot more dynamic than just having best friend turned villain.
Another nice detail is the lack of Dorothy's face. It works so well that some people might not notice that her face is never shown, but it adds so much to the story.
Because the story isn't about Dorothy. She already got that movie in the 1930s. Not showing her face adds to the fact that she is not the focus of the movie, and instead the previous mysterious villain has character arcs and developments.
As a closing for Wicked for Good, though it does start off slowly building up in the middle of the movie after around 30 minutes, it's worth watching, especially if you were a fan of the first movie. We're giving this movie a 4 Wicked Witch Hats out of 5. And thank you, Danny. That's all we have for you today. See you guys next time on Eagle Eye Analysis.
Great. So I'll see you at ball?
Yeah, we'll see. Actually, I just remembered that my New Year's resolution was to go out more.
See? Now you have to go.
Well, everyone forgets their New Year's resolution after a few weeks anyways. Here's what the class of 2025 had to say about that.
Did the new year pass you by and you're experiencing procrastination, low energy, and the same bad habits as last year? Don't worry, folks, we have a late New Year's sale on the new you, where it's never too late to meet those New Year's goals.
We have a special New Year's sale on all you slackers who forgot your New Year's resolutions on January 2nd. But don't fear, the new you is just a phone call away. You guys can go from slacking off at school, procrastinating, and not doing your homework to an energetic, motivated, and driven version of you. Seriously, act now. This sale's not gonna last, so call the number on your screen to see immediate results.
That's right, Jenna. And even before I acted on this amazing sale, I didn't do my homework and I put off studying till the last minute and I came to school late almost every day. But after I acted on this amazing sale, I had the motivation to do everything I had to do, and it's like I had the ability to do it all along.
Call now and act on this special offer and you won't regret it. Take action to become the new you. Side effects may include a new sense of confidence, a general feeling of accomplishment, approval from your teachers, and overall improvement in the quality of your life. If you have any of these side effects, call 916-NEW-YOUS and contact your insurance to file a claim. That is 916-NEW-YOUS, and you will not be entitled to file a lawsuit per the fine print.
You should call that number.
No, I think I'm all right.
How many of you had a resolution to donate more? If you are a sophomore, junior, or senior, then the blood drive on Wednesday, March 4th is for you.
Blood Drive representatives will visit advocacy classes today and on February 2nd and 23rd, and again on March 2nd to hand out blood drive applications. Visit the blood drive table in the quad during lunch on Tuesdays or Thursdays, or see Mr. Koshan in Portable 8 if you have questions. And it's time to wrap up for today, Eagles. 2026, make your resolution to remember to be safe,
Be respectful,
be responsible,
and above all,
be your best. Bye, Eagles.